Hello and welcome to the Stoppage Time Penalty Show with the host, the best grassroots centre back you'll ever see in your life. Facts. My name is Tobrise, and again, welcome. Today is all about the CMSFL. That's the Croydon League, and I've got some amazing guests on. Everyone's here to represent their clubs. Finalists, there's like winners and runners up, and we'll be just kind of talking about each game respectively. Again, thank you so much for that coming on. So I've got Emre. Apologies from like Dynamo Dupas, and I've got Irie.
My full name is Bahar, but just the short name is our nickname.
Cool.
From Alba United.
And then I've got also Don as well. That's kind of on mute from Alba United. Welcome, guys.
Welcome.
And again, please like and subscribe, share, do literally all of the great stuff. So I want to just kind of talk about your like game in the final, and let me kind of start with the champions first. It's only right. How was you feeling before the final, and what like type of research did you do for like your opponents?
Before the final, incredibly nervous because obviously the occasion. We didn't really do a lot of research on Albo. We could only go on the games that we've played against them this season. And then you can't really look at some of the league table or some of the results because you don't know what other teams have in terms of an 11 on certain days. And some of the league stats and fixtures just baffle you, where one team will beat sort of the other, even if they're sort of towards the bottom of the league. So it's just going into the game and just playing our game, irrespective of sort of the quality that Albo had. We know they have quality because they sort of beat us to the league. So yeah, it's just playing the game rather than that occasion, really.
Mm-hmm. And Irie, I mean, you like beat Duppers to the league, so going into this final, you must have felt confident, right?
I'm very excited, to be honest. Yeah, we know it's a very strong team. Our game, because we're playing 2 games with them. We lose the first one and we draw in the second one. They play a really tough game, but
I think your audio's gone. We can't hear you.
okay.
That is better. Sorry. Could you continue? Sorry. We can't hear you. Can you? No.
Yeah. What about now?
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, we were very excited. We went very excited before the game, before the match. Nervous as well, but yeah, we know because that was a really tough game with them because we're playing 2 games with them. The first we lose and second we draw, but it was a really good game. Congratulations to them as well for the winning cup.
I mean, again, back to you, champions, the pass in the first half, especially your like captain. He was like very influential, and he kind of seems like someone that people feed off. But in the kind of second half, it looked like you like guys were kind of hanging on. I mean, again, what was said at halftime? Did you feel that you was in control of the whole game? I would love to get your opinion about that.
I think first half we started really well, and then sort of made a mistake for our goal, one of the free kick out from the keeper, and then we lost it sort of through the sort of right back. And we know sort of Albo, they have a lot of quality and they can keep the ball, pass it around. We know that we have to adapt to our strength. Our strength mainly is our organisation, and the way that we set up defensively. We're a little bit sort of, I know the game wouldn't show that because it was a high scoring game, but defensively we can sort of battle in a game and do it that way. So we just play to our strengths. At half time, we tried to sort of, we felt we were on top in terms of the refereeing decisions. I think the changing room window was open and the ref heard us because he gave us nothing that second half. But we just said, look, let's get off the back of the referee. See that we were sort of battling with Albo and they were getting involved with the niggling fouls. But it was just to try and keep the discipline, which I don't think we did that second half. And we had some very, very tired legs sort of second half and struggling, I think, fitness-wise. And we're trying to just catch them on the counter, really.
Mm-hmm. And literally, this isn't really a kind of I'll say a controversial statement. Again, watching it and like filming it, I felt that Albo were the better playing team, but I felt that Douglas were very aggressive and very direct, and probably play to the conditions better. Is that something that you would agree with, Irie?
Something like that, but to be honest, we control the game. Especially second half, we control all the game. They do our counter attack against us, but Peaches, it doesn't help us too much because Peaches was not really nice. And yeah, what can I say? So maybe it's not our day. We got some players, new players. I think they are afraid a little bit because they're a bit tall. That was a bit tall, and they play a little bit strong, physical. No, of course, normal. They are very physical players, but yeah, I don't know. It was just maybe it was not our game because normally we like to control the game. We like to pass. We like to attack all. This is Albo United. We always be trying to do this to keep the ball on the ground, and yeah.
Yeah, and something that I'd love to say as well is that I love your fans. Your fans were cheering for every ball. They were booing the referee as well, which is part of Sunday League football. I mean, literally, how important is it for you to kind of create that kind of that type of cauldron, that kind of literally type of intimidating atmosphere for your opponents?
It's really lovely when you hear fans is cheering on you. That's amazing. It's very amazing, and it's not just on the final. We have fans always, every game, at least every game. They come and see us. They trying to push us. They give a force, energy. It's very, very amazing. I feel so sorry about them because we should win, but it was not our game, so it's not our day on the final. But it's really nice. Trust me. There we have very lovely guys. They used to play professional football before, and they give you some points, some advantage, something very, very good point. Fans is nice when you play and you have around fans is really, really lovely.
Yeah, love that.
And I want to apologize to them because we didn't make happy, but end of the day it's a football. One team is going to lose.
Yeah, very true. So I'm going to show two quick clips, and I'm literally gonna get both of you guys' point of view. So let me show the Douglas clip first.
Fuck me.
It's all right, it's done now. 90 minutes done. It's another 30, boys.
Keep doing what we can do. Keep doing the basics, yeah? Win the headers, don't let the fucking ball bounce. We need to get the ball. There's too much pressure on our back five, and fuck me, lad, you're doing seriously well, yeah? I can only apologise, but fuck me, let's get it on their back four. They are so shit, but we're not testing them enough. It's hard to say what to do, but the thing that's going to take us now is hot. It's going to be hot. Simple as that. Reece's tackle there was as good as a goal, and it was just before we scored. The thing that will get us through is fucking hot. There's no tactics, there's no training now. It's fucking hot, and how much we want it. I know we want it more than them fuckers, yeah? I know we do, but we have to fucking show it, lads. Yeah. We have to show it.
All right. So apologies if it was kind of slow at your end, but again, I'd literally love to get like your reaction to this video, Irie.
Well, what can I say? I think they are afraid of getting us because they can't keep the ball too much. Because as soon as they have a ball, we win the ball quickly, and we try. Because on the way how they play so much defense. They play really, really defense, and they try to save, the defense and stuff like that. But we try, how I said, we trying to control the game. We try to go with the ball inside in the box, and but they don't give us too much option, to be honest, because they play so much defense. That's, I think, the main things we lose against them, because really, really defense. But end of the day, it's a game. I know. Goals is more important in the game, but yeah. And
like Emery, that's your captain kind of trying to galvanize your players in extra time. I mean, again, how are you feeling kind of going into the last 30?
Obviously, nervous again. Sort of obviously just want to correct you a little bit. Noel is our captain, but he sort of co-manages with me as well. Sort of take on that mantle, and he sort of just gave that sort of player's perspective on the day, and just give the boys a lift. You could just see we're motivated, see some tired legs, and we just have to adapt. We know that this in the league season, we know the likes of Southsea and Albo, they can play better football than us, so we've just got to slightly adapt to the team we have, and the players. Some games we tried playing back, and we play normally on a pearly way, and the pitch is slanted. You can't really play that well. Albo try and do it as best they can on pearly way, but we just play to our strengths. And that last 30 minutes is about trying to get that all important goal and just defend with our lives. And I think that's what we tried to do. It was always going to be tough. Serving sides there. Albo pipped us the league. We just wanted to try and get some silverware because we've had a great season. And it was just a shame that one of us had to lose, really.
Oh, you know what? You guys are so nice. I thought it'd be back and forth. I thought they'll be shouting. You guys are just oh yeah, it's a pity someone lost, and they're it must be some sort of kind of really fierce competitive rivalry between both of you. None of you wanted the other team to win. Actually, before I even talk about that, let's kind of go into the Albo team talk.
We control everything. Yeah. We come back so very. I can't believe that. Everyone working hard. Everyone plays good. Keep your mind in the pitch.
30 minutes to turn this around. 30 minutes to turn this around.
Same game.
We keep them on the box.
And boys, keep feeding the strikers.
We're not let out to get out from the halfway. So imagine.
Keep feeding the strikers. Midfield, strikers, they need to be fed constantly. Keep giving it to them. Because these guys, they're literally just waiting for the strikers to come up there. Just keep feeding. Everyone feed.
One thing from me now, boys. This game is ours to fucking win. They haven't got one fucking bit of energy in them. We need to fucking destroy them now, okay? We're the better team. We're the fitter team. We're gonna fucking show them. Use that motivation and fucking destroy them.
You see, that's what I like. A manager saying that we're gonna, literally we're gonna destroy. Because I'm saying, isn't that what a cup final, a win-off game is all about? Correct me if I'm wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
No, it's what it should be. Each team is trying to, each sort of management team trying to motivate their players, and that's what it is. And you saw at the end, sort of the shaking hands on the benches and things like that. There's, I think, mutual respect between each of the teams. I think, and we'll probably be battling it out next season unless the league in the constitution decides to promote Albo up maybe to the Prem. But we'll have to wait and see.
Cool. And would you like? I mean, I'm guessing that's the objective of from Albo, isn't it? Probably going up to the Prem. What's your plans for next season if it's something that you can talk about.
Well, we have to talk with the coach first, and we'll see, because we got some good players. And I think, if I make a decision, I will go the league highest we can. So why not? It's a good challenge for us, because we got a very good team, young, we have a 16, 17 old people on the team. So it's really good, very confident. And when you talk about the football and how we want to go high, they try not to push Alba United to go more high, and to see it's a good challenge for us, but is a coach who's going to make the decision, obviously us as well. But
no, fair enough. Honestly, guys, thank you so much for kind of coming on. I know that both of you are on Twitter. If you kind of know your handles, please shout out to the guys, and I'll kind of start with Irie first.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Sorry again.
If you kind of know your Twitter handle, please put it out and literally let the audience get to know you guys a little bit more.
All right, thank you.
Okay, cool. So do you know your Twitter handle? I'm gonna kind of find it later. And Emre, what's your Twitter handle?
Mine personally, no.
Sorry.
Ours is Dynamo D. We're going to sack the Twitter, person that does it for our team, Jordan, not good enough. So it'll be, and Sean, one of the players, will be handling it. But hit us up if you need any friendlies or whatever. Nice one,
guys. Thank you.
Sorry, because I didn't hear you, because my signal is really bad. I don't know what's the.
No, I was gonna say, do you know your Twitter handle?
No, I don't know. Sorry.
Oh no,
I don't have it personally, but I don't know the clue. I know we got just Instagram.
No, it's cool. I will literally pull everything in the description. Alba United, please go and follow them on Twitter, and Dynamo Plus, please go and follow them as well. Great bunch of lads, and again, they literally play football the right way on and off the pitch. So guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Not a problem. So she's kind of coming in on the next slot. Yes, I'm running a little bit late, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. I have Ryan from Casuals, and unfortunately, there's no one from JFC.
I wonder why.
Right, you know what? I mean, yeah, you know what? I wouldn't expect anything less from you. I wouldn't, I love the background.
It's all right, innit? It's not too bad. It's how the office looks now.
How you doing, sir?
Yeah, not bad, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. Let me kind of go through some of the comments. Casuals, what a club. Unai Emery is probably from the last conversation. What went down at Whelan's, right?
Yeah, I want to ask Emrys that. There was a lot of talk about the £300 behind the bar at Whelan's, and everyone at Casuals wants to know what went down.
All right. Oh, okay.
We get back on.
Emre, can you kind of come back on and literally answer this question? Oh, the Casuals, we're just here to see the Casuals, etc. Hey, you know what? Let's go straight into it. So right, let's kind of talk about I'd say the kind of changing room atmosphere. How are you feeling as a manager, and literally what was the kind of general atmosphere in the changing room?
Yeah, I mean, it was quite tense, to be honest. We were, like I mentioned, I think at the end of your video, we went to a cup final in our first season. So that was 4 years ago. And we ended up losing that. And I think that it rocked some of the players. It kind of made them a bit nervous. But at the same time, the players that we signed this year are serious players. They're serious winners. So we did feel confident. Obviously, there's always going to be a bit of tension before a cup final. but we felt ready. We had like a really good run up to the finals, and then obviously preparing on the day. Like I mentioned, we had boys who had played cup finals, so they were ready for it, and obviously we done the job, so can't complain.
Cool. And we've got Emery back on actually.
Yes, Emery.
So what's this Whelan's business? Please fill us in.
We just go to Whelan's after a lot of the games, like casuals. I think they go to a couple of pubs. Noel made a bold statement before the final to say if we won, he'd put £300 behind the bar. So luckily that was the motivation for a few of the boys, and he was good to his word. Luckily Whelan's put us on a nice spread, and there were loads of videos drinking from the cup, and one of the boys, Noel missed the penalty, and one of the boys put the video up on the big screens around the pub as well, so the boys could have a bit of banter, but we had a whale of a time celebrating, and for a lot of the boys, it's their first trophy they've ever won. Me personally, got to a few cup finals and lost them. So it's just a nice feeling to just win really. Obviously, you've won twice, so you know how that feels. And yeah.
Okay.
I didn't want to mention it, Emrys, but yeah, we did win twice. Obviously. I know it seemed at one point you was more excited about the bar tab than you were about winning the cup, but who knows?
A little bit. No, it's just to try and sort of just give the boys that sort of extra lift, that motivation. We were just, as you can probably see from the videos, the lads were knackered from the game, and it was just to try and give them that little bit of a lift. And people like free stuff, don't they? Really, so people are going to enjoy some beers and food. And I don't think I spent a penny in Whelan's that night, and. A lot of the boys just sending me photos of their bank balances and how much they put behind the bar. So a great night.
Sounds quality. Congratulations as well, mate.
Yeah, you too as well, mate. And hopefully catch you in. I know you booked out for pre-season, but maybe in the cups or something we'll meet you. But we did play you a few years back, and you battered us 8-0 in a friendly. So I'm not sure.
Thank you.
Next time we'll be closer.
Yeah, mate. Anyway, congratulations and take care.
Thank you
so much, Emrys. Thank you. So yeah, kind of coming back to your kind of team talk, and literally how you kind of actually led the guys from the changing room, and I've kind of heard that there's a lot of competition between yourselves and JFC. So literally putting like one over them, like that was kind of something that you guys probably spoke about, right?
I mean, we beat them twice in the league and quite comfortably. So we did go into the final favourites, but we know that JFC on that day can beat anyone. So we were quietly confident. I know that we said we were nervous, but we were ready to do the job. We'd obviously, like I mentioned, we'd beaten JFC already. So there was no reason why we should have ever lost that game. So, I mean, obviously there were some interesting words spoken in the final, as we've seen in your video. But I think it's setting itself for a good kind of like rivalry match next year, because obviously they're going to be gunning for us. We're going to have to be at our best, because obviously it looks like we're the team that's kind of to beat now, which is a great position to be in, but obviously it can be a curse at the same time. So, yeah, we're looking forward to playing JFC again next year.
Cool. And let's kind of go to your extra time halftime team talk.
We've had the chances to win this game. Yeah, we are the better side. Yeah, don't get on the ref's back, because he's not giving us nothing. Right? I'm telling you, if you keep that fucking pressure on them, we will win this game. Yeah, we've got the players to do it. We've made the chances, and we will make chances again in extra time. I just need that extra 10% from each and every one of you now, yeah? Every one of you has got to leave all you've got on this pitch, yeah? There is no way we can come off this pitch without winning this game.
Wow. I mean, to actually put it mildly, I mean, it was an amazing game to actually watch. I mean, at the time it was 3-3, wasn't it? Or was it 2-2 or 3-3?
We were actually 3-2 up, I think, in the halftime.
Yeah. So, and again, you guys just kind of seemed, again, to play the conditions better, and to funny enough, like it looked like you guys didn't really put the emotional tension on the pitch. And is that something that you guys felt when like you guys were playing?
I don't know. I think that's something that Max did say in his thing. He says sort of teams win cups, right? And that going into that game, I just see my little brother's comment. Thanks, Josh. Going into that game, we really have this real kind of bond together as a team. And what I said in that sort of in the team talks is you play for each other, and we did that. And the boys that came off of cramp, myself included, I rarely ever come off of cramp, and it just showed like the different level of effort that we put in for that game. And it worked, right? Well, it was a very close game. Like you mentioned, it was probably good for the neutral, but I just felt like we were going to work harder than any team that we played on that day, and obviously paid off. Fortunately on penalties, but it paid off.
Yeah, and it kind of comes down to those fine moments in the game where you're like keeper made some outstanding saves. They like missed some like gilt-edged chances. Tackles were like flying in. I have to mention your number 12. For the life of me, he was. I don't know his name. But he was all over. He was all over the pitch.
That was Jake. Is that the one that when I subbed him, he wasn't too happy, and I think, like I said, because he run himself into the ground. He was, like you mentioned, he was everywhere, and he needed that break, and he obviously didn't want to come off because he's passionate, and that's what I want from my players. But he came back on, I think, towards the end of the game or in the extra time, and again he was much better because he had that rest. So. Quality player, by the way.
Yeah, and let's kind of talk about the penalties. You didn't. I don't think you was in the first five. I don't think.
No, I was sub at the time. Fortunately,
okay.
I'm not a penalty taker.
Yeah.
I can't do that. But like I say, when I asked who wants to take a penalty, usually you probably get, I don't know, 3, 4, maybe 5. I had 8 players put their hand up, plus a sub who didn't know that he wasn't able to take a penalty, which is always kind of fortunate. But that from that moment, I knew we weren't going to lose that penalty shootout. We were confident. We had the players to do it, and people that were going to step up and make a change. So it was unreal.
Yeah, I love that. And before I ask you the next question, I just want to go back in terms of again something that was happening throughout the game, like that kind of end-to-end action from the game. Jeez. I mean, again, I would say that. Oh crap! I'll put it on again. Let me take it off. I mean, that save that your keeper made, that was just unreal. I mean, literally an inch either side, that would have gone in. But again, his reactions, absolutely world class. And then of course you guys countered with the outside of the football, and that could have easily ended up as an own goal. I mean, that was really like the game, wasn't it? It was just back and forth.
Yeah, it summed up the game, to be honest. Like I say, you went a bit weird there. Oh. Can you hear me, right?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So yeah, it basically summed up the game, right? It was end to end. There was sort of fine margins between it, and it just showed. And Slaney, our goalkeeper, our captain, one of the guys that started the club with me, and obviously helps me throughout as well. He does that every week. So when it got to that kind of position, I wasn't surprised. But obviously to have it back and watch it back at such a key moment in the game as well, when they've just equalised 3-0, and I think this is like near enough one of the last kicks of the game, and he pulls out a save like that. It's unreal. And then for us, again, it kind of epitomises our kind of want to win, that we've literally just gone from defending the thing to straight attacking and causing danger up front, especially Rufus. He was another player. He was everywhere up top. And it just shows that we have that quality. Even if our back's against the wall, we'll be able to kind of create chances, and we did. So yeah, it was great.
Yeah, and yeah, again, big shout out to like Rufus and it's going to be a quick yes and no, because of course I've kind of got you back on later on. Are Addiscombe Casuals the best team in the league?
In the league, ooh, last season or the season just gone, I'd obviously have to say no. We came third, right? Next season, or maybe even like the second half of last season, I'd probably say we'd have to be right. We played Spartans, who won the league. We had them 4 times in a row, 2 quarterfinals, and then twice in the league. And we beat them in the 2 quarterfinals, obviously reaching the 2 cup finals and winning them. And then the 2 games in the league, if we beat them in both of them, we would have won the league. And I think from them 2 quarterfinals, we had this false sense of almost entitlement. And our players turned up with the wrong attitude. We ended up losing 2-0. It's on Spartans YouTube if you want to go and watch it. I don't think it should be a 2-0 game, but it was. And that meant that we missed the league as well. So next season we'll be looking to win it all, and I don't see why we can't.
Yeah, and Sanderstead JFC said yes, we're the best team in the league, prem favourites for next season. So again,
Russ was saying that because he's going to be in the league next season, so he's going to try and put it all on us so that he's coming as the underdog.
Mind games are started. Mind games are started.
We'll take it. Like I said, we're going to be the team to beat, and we know that now. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time.
Yeah, cool. And like, if that's Russ, you are up next. So make sure that you are in the studio. So Rai, where can people find you on Twitter and Instagram?
Twitter and Instagram, it's the same. So it's at CasualsACFC. That's cool. Twitter and Instagram.
Cool. Great stuff. And again, thank you for coming on. We'll be seeing a little bit more from you later on. And again, the next 2 guests, Nathan from PSG and Russell from Sanderstead, but I don't know where Russell is. So it is just you, Nathan. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Let me just say congratulations. It was actually not. Again, I'm gonna almost repeat myself, but how were you feeling before the game? And when I saw you guys, guys were very relaxed. But again, I'd kind of love to kind of get your own point of view.
Yeah, well, we came into the final with a lot of confidence. It's a team we played before. We had the better of them in the season. We know the way they like to play. But at the end of the day, it's a final and it's a tournament, so anything can happen. So we stayed calm, but you got to respect the occasion. Anyone can win in a final, and they're going to be up for it.
100%. And kind of going into the first couple of minutes. You're number 19. I think is it Jeffrey?
Jeff, yeah, our centre forward.
Jeff. I mean, he was an absolute bulldozer.
He's a beast.
Was that the plan to almost pin quote unquote their kind of weakest player?
Well, Jeff can kind of do it against anyone, to be honest. He's a powerhouse. He's got great feet, but he's also pretty quick as well. So our aim was to try and press you guys, or press Sanderstead high, and just force mistakes out of the back 4, drive at them, and be as direct as possible. And it was working well in the first half, but we just couldn't get any goals out of it.
Russell, thank you for coming on. So for you going into the first 15-20 minutes, I mean, what was your initial tactics, or what were you saying to your players?
Well, initial plan. Oh, sorry. That's
Russ.
Right. We kind of knew what they wanted to do. We'd watch their YouTube. We knew they were going to play a 3 at the back. We knew they were going to want to have their win backs high. We knew they were going to press early. We knew exactly what they were going to do. I think we executed what we wanted to do in kind of stay in the game, really. For the first sort of 20, 30 minutes to half time, all we wanted to do is stay in the game. Because throughout our whole season, we concede sort of in the first 20 minutes all the time. So yeah, our main plan was just to kind of to see it out at least until half time and then go on from there, really.
Cool. And for like you, Nathan, I mean, but Sanderstead's keeper made some amazing saves in the first half. That must have been, yeah, I mean, that, you know, that must have been very frustrating, but can also, it, you know, like it kind of gave you heart to actually say, okay, you know, we can literally get like at the Sanderstead back four.
Yeah, 100%. You know, those near misses, those close saves, it gives us a lot of encouragement. But if that keeps happening, you start to think, when is it actually going to drop? When is it actually going to happen? So it made things a bit tense. Ideally, we wanted to get a goal before halftime, give us that cushion, give us that breathing space. But it didn't land. So we went in second half, like really trying to push for it, trying to get what we thought we deserved.
And for you, Russell, when you guys conceded like the first goal, what was your thoughts? You know, who did you think at the time within your squad was like going to be like the game?
Hello, am I still there?
Yeah, you're still there. I think Tobrise has lost the signal.
Well, I get the gist of what he was saying, but I don't know. Like we always knew that we were the underdog, and we were we knew that you lot were going to have the pressure. We knew that you lot were going to have the chances and things like that. So it was a case of even at 1-0, we still felt like we were in the game. So yeah, like I don't know. At 1-0, we felt like we were in the game, and then I don't know the second goal came at like 60th minute, something like that, and that's the one that killed us, man. As soon as that second goal came and the way it happened as well in the build up, like we feel aggrieved a bit by the referee's decision in the build up. Like it killed us, man.
Yeah. Actually, I've actually got that video of that phase of play, so we can look at it a little bit closer. Hopefully, it's going to play. No, it's refusing to play. Not today. This is what I love
think
about
I remember roughly what happened anyway.
Yeah.
All it was that happened is we had there was a foul in the middle, and then the advantage was given, but there was no advantage gained, and he didn't bring the ball back for an advantage. And then yeah, obviously you lot broke and scored. So
yeah, I remember. Yeah, so I think we tried to claim a foul before that even happened. That didn't come off. That was fine. And then we got into one with one of your players in the middle. I don't know if he played advantage or not, but he allowed play to continue. Yeah. And then we stole the ball back quite quickly. And then I think you guys were waiting for the decision, but the ref didn't give it. So we just counted and took advantage of it.
100%, we were slacking. It's not a goal that we should have conceded, but you know, I think I think you were right. Everyone was kind of waiting for the foul to be given. Yeah. The linesman on our side next to the dugout, he had his flag up to say it was a foul. You know, it's just one of them.
Yeah. I mean, on the video, so the referee tries to play the advantage, and there was no advantage, and you know everyone stops. However, there was maybe two phases of play where there was a tackle between one of the PSG and Sanderstead players, and then Chris, your Sanderstead's left back, had the ball at his feet, and he tried to pass it, and then he got intercepted, and then they scored.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a tricky one where you know you got, as in Sanderstead did have the ball, lost it, and then conceded the goal. So I can see it on both sides.
I know we should have defended better than we did. I mean, we've not really conceded goals like that all season. we went on like 10 clean sheets on a row or something like that. It's only recently we started conceding so many goals, and it's a goal that we don't and we shouldn't concede, regardless of whether there's a foul or not. So, you know, it is what it is. And PSG can't do nothing. All they're there to play to the whistle and score the goal and win the game. That's not PSG's fault that the referee might have made a bad decision. So.
And of course, like the third goal, and you know, getting shout out to that Connor scoring his like hat trick in the cup final. And again, you know that's just to put icing on the cake, isn't it, Nathan?
Yeah, he had a great game. I mean, our strength in that game, Jeff was a powerhouse in the middle, but we had a lot of joy out wide. Connor and Clayton were running at your left and right back quite a lot, and I think Connor swapped or something happened in the second half. He swapped sides and he was just getting a lot of joy on the left. And then he came in and I think he beat the keeper at the near post. I think he did pretty much the same thing for every goal and it just kept working.
And for you, Russell, you know, of course, like the team was deflated. You didn't really even want to, you know, talk to me. You was kind of obliged to, you know, to even chat to me. But I mean, is it kind of something now that you've kind of shaken off and kind of now moving on to next season with a kind of new name, with a new brand and a new team?
Yeah, we haven't got much choice really. It's Sunday League, isn't it? So it's next season we could play the exact same game the exact same way, and we could end up winning it 1-0 or something like that. It's just Sunday League's different to any other game of football, really. So just got to get on with it and carry on next season and keep going, really.
Yeah. And a question to like Nathan, to like PSG. You know, I've like said it, and you know, I think it's been bubbling around. Of course, Addiscombe Casuals, double domestic cup winners. Right, you know, Ryan's you know talked about the like champions Spartans in terms of they've kind of beaten them in the quarterfinal twice. And I don't know, rightly so, wrongly so, like, are they the best team in Croydon? Are they favourites for next season?
Yeah, I knew that question was coming. Listen, I can't really even take a question like that seriously.
Come on.
I think you know what's up. I don't know what our run-ins with Casuals were in the season. We definitely beat them once. I think we beat them twice. I think, I don't have the stats in front of me. We definitely beat them the first time we played against them. That was quite a clear and convincing win. But you know what? Fair play to them for winning their cup and for doing as well as they did. You know, they're obviously not a bad side, but they can't hurt us.
Ooh. Ryan, I hope you're hearing this. PSG have called you out, said that you can't hurt them, you can't touch them, and the league is coming home to PSG. So Ryan, when you kind of come like back on, I'd like love to get your reply. To Russ, there were some unsavory moments at the kind of end of the game, and of course, like, you know, we are kind of all, of course, we're all competitive, but can also as well, there's that element of respect, especially when it kind of comes to officials. What's been said to that player, and literally what are you gonna do as a club to kind of make sure things like that don't happen again?
This is a hard one, isn't it? Because obviously I'm a part of the committee, and then I've got my club, so it's kind of hard to deal with it really. Because until we saw your video today, we didn't actually know what was said at the end of the game. But you know, it's passion, I suppose. I don't know. It's football. Your tempers run, and it is what it is. Like, I'm not going to discipline him and say you can't play next season, because at the end of the day, he was my top scorer this season. Without him, we wouldn't be in the position we were now. So yeah, he knows he knows he has an attitude. He knows he has a temper. But that's for him to deal with. We're all men. He's not going to listen to me if I turn around and tell him to shut up. That's his own. He's his own person, you know. Okay. I don't know, man. It's hard. That's a horrible question to ask me, man.
Well,
he's one of my better players. I'm just gonna say.
I mean, you know, again, you know, let's let's kind of call like a spade a spade. Like, he's a quality player, and again, I don't actually, Nathan. Like, how would like you deal with a teammate that was let's say quote unquote disrespectful to like to one of the officials?
Well, we've had to deal with this problem before. I've had to deal with this problem as captain of other clubs before. It's not easy because you want to back your players. At the end of the day, you're a team, and team comes first. But if their attitude is affecting their ability to play, if it's affecting having 10 men on the pitch, that automatically can't run. You got to shut that out, because no matter how good the player is, if you end up with 10 men on the pitch, then they're a liability. I think their player, I don't know what was said. I don't actually know what happened, but if their player does something mad, like in game, then he's going to get sent off. So it's in his own interest and the club's interest for him to stay on top of his temper, so he can stay in the game and maybe give you guys a chance to get a goal or get back in.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, like from what everyone was saying, obviously I didn't hear it, see it, or whatever until the video just come out. But from what everyone was saying, is it was a lot worse than what it actually was. Because if you look in the video, all he was saying is it's bullshit. I think he said it's bullshit a couple of times, and then he asked the referee to explain his decisions, and he didn't explain them. And then the referee gave him a red card, and then that's obviously when he got pissed off. But as like a player, you're allowed to go to a referee and ask him to talk to them, surely. But I suppose it's the manner he done it in. But I don't think there was like a red card offence in the way he spoke to him originally. After he got the red card, then yeah, he probably deserved the red card.
Okay. Well, guys, anyone that hasn't seen it, please go and view the Sanderstead versus PSG game. And again, it's just kind of one of those things where I've got to call a spade a spade. He was one of your better players, 100%. Very direct.
No. Let's put it right. On the day, he was not our better player. Like he was the most ineffective player on the day. We had better players across the pitch, but over the course of the season, he has been one of our better players.
Yeah,
I don't think that game suited it right against them, against the way they played.
He had moments, but literally, what I kind of, because I kind of had a word with him afterwards. I was like, look, okay, like however, like the game's gone, it's cool, but you don't know who's going to be in the stadium. Like it could be a scout agent, like they could be, I don't know, like. And like sometimes how you conduct yourself off the pitch makes people warm to you when you kind of come onto the pitch. So it's a hopefully it's a kind of learning curve, and again, I'd kind of like to kind of see you guys again in the kind of top division. But again, let me just say, Addiscombe Casuals, PSG have called you out, saying that you can't touch them, you're nowhere near them, courtesy of Nathan. Thank you very much.
Let me say one more thing quickly on that. PSG are leaving the league next season. Spartans are leaving the league next season, so it's Addiscombe Casuals to lose.
Well, say no more. Let's move on.
I lost you guys.
Honestly, thank you. Thank you so much for you guys coming on. And again, last but no means least, we have Addiscombe Casuals versus Boschdam. And that game isn't out as yet. But again, I want to just thank again Ryan for kind of coming on, and Mel as well. Nathan, you can kind of come off now. Oh, actually, no. Actually,
he can stay.
He can stay. Okay. Yeah. So
I'm comfy right here. That's good.
So, Ryan, you can have heard the statement that Nathan said. Respond, please.
Yeah, to be fair, from past results, I can't deny that they were better over the two games we played them. I think Tommy in the chat has put that we lost 4-1 and 5-2 against PSG. So on paper, yeah, PSG definitely were better last season. But I tell you what, they caught us at the exact right moments for them. They caught us at the start of the season, and they beat us 4-1 then when we had, I think we had 11 players and not our strongest players as well.
And the weather wasn't good, was it? No.
It wasn't. It was embarrassing. But from that start of the season to where we are now, we're a different team. And the second time we played you, I think it was first game back after Christmas. I myself got sent off because I couldn't keep up with the player, your winger, I think it was. And that was just because of the month off over Christmas. I'm going to put that down to way too much food and way too much drink. But I've said to Tommy, we're going to play you pre-season. And if you want to play for the best in Croydon, let's do it. Let's put that title that pre-season game.
Talk to my agent, set it up.
Yeah, I've already spoke to Tommy. We're going to do it midweek. We're playing you, and we've got to right the wrongs that we had in the season.
Wow.
Looking forward to it.
Love that. Nathan, thank you so much for that coming on.
Thanks for having me. Take care.
Congrats.
So again, we are now talking to Ryan from Casuals and Mel from Boss Jam. Mel, how you doing? You good?
I'm not bad, thanks, Toby. How about yourself?
Good. Tobrise, please do not. I hate Toby. Oh no. Tobrise, please.
Tobrise, my apologies.
So let me start with you, Mel, because of course I've had Ryan on first. I mean, Boss Jam getting to the final. I mean, a hell of achievement. What was your kind of thoughts and feelings coming into that game?
Yeah, we've had a bit of an inconsistent season. It was very up and down. We had a lot of long-term players that were absent for considerable parts of the season and stuff like that. So we were really pleased to get to the final, to be honest, because we knew it wasn't the strongest Boss Jam that has played in the seasons before. So yeah, really pleased to get to the final. And of course, like everyone, we wanted to win it. We went into it with the mentality that we were going to give the best of Boss Jam. Unfortunately, on the day, we didn't do anything of the sort. And hats off to Addiscombe Casuals. They were better on the day. It's just how it is.
And kind of Ryan, kind of winning your first cup, coming into this one. Of course, you're kind of comfortable now. You kind of know the pitch a little bit more. You know the environment, but of course, there's that 2-3% of complacency that you guys didn't really want to come across as. I mean, how hard was it for you to kind of motivate, or easy, hard or easy to actually motivate lads against Boss Jam?
I think it was tough. I mean, if from watching the game, obviously I was in it. The first 20 minutes, Boss Jam came out at us and they were all over us. If you had played in that 20 minutes as the whole game, they should have won that cup. So I think it was a little element of that complacency. And we played Boss Jam during the season and we hadn't lost to them as well. We actually ended up playing them in every cup that we played in. So them kind of factors are going to make you complacent and normally. But at the same time, like I mentioned, that kind of whole togetherness, that whole drive for the double cup, it just pulled through in and again, the team run through walls to get the result. And we obviously made it a little bit more comfortable than we did in that first game. But it's always been a battle against Boss Jam, which is great. Yeah.
And Mel, the heat, I mean, do you think that was a factor?
No. Where the teams, everyone in the teams, either born in Jamaica and emigrated to the UK, or from Africa and emigrated to the UK. So the heat wasn't an issue. And I'll be completely open and honest. The football with Boss Jam is always fantastic. Problem was, I think, organisation. I think Ryan will probably correct me if I'm wrong. Addiscombe scored from 3 set pieces, right?
Yeah.
And that's something that we spoke about. And unfortunately, we didn't learn that through the game. You'd think the first time you concede one in a game, you're like, right, we've seen that. We need to work on making sure we go man for man in the box. And unfortunately, we just didn't learn from our lesson, and they punished us. So nothing to do with the heat at all. The heat was all right for us. I don't know about Addiscombe, but for us, it was perfectly fine.
Yeah. How was it for you, Ryan, and the lads?
Yeah, it was hot. But I mean, I think, like you mentioned, the team were prepared for the conditions. We'd already played at Croydon. We knew that the ground isn't necessarily the best to play football on. And the best thing I think about our team is that at the moment, we can play and we can score any kind of way. Like I say, we can play nice football at times. We can lump it long and we can score from free kicks and corners and things like that. So that's the kind of best thing about us at the moment. And like say what I said in the previous call, I signed winners this year. The two that our centre back actually got 3 assists, and he's one of my signings this year. And the other guy who scored 2, and he actually messaged me to say that number 12 in the previous game was James Hunter. He scored 2 in the game, and he's another signing this year. And the other striker, Kieran Rufus, and that kind of shows the level of players that we've signed, the winners, and that's what they ended up doing on a day and both days, to be fair. So yeah, can't complain.
And for Boss Jam, runners up. What's the objectives for that next season?
Yeah, I mean, we're absolutely mortified by the way our season has ended. We've won the league, we've won the London Cup before, so even just this League Cup was a great one to be involved in, but not necessarily the one that we perhaps would have liked to have been involved in, or we would have liked to have been involved in the running for them all. It just wasn't the case this season, but we've seen some of the issues that we need to iron out, and I think next season we'll be going again for the league and the cups if possible. So yeah.
Cool. And can I ask what issues that need to be ironed?
Yeah, I think we had a discussion about this after the game in the changing rooms. A few when things aren't going your way in the game, to get upset with or frustrated with the referee, or to get upset and frustrated with one another. But sometimes if you're good players, which all of the guys are, you find a way to play football out of the problem. Do you know, if that makes sense?
Yeah.
And we didn't. What we ended up doing is we were getting on each other's backs and getting on the refs' backs, and that's something that has to change now. Because what happened then is, as Ryan said, the first 20 minutes we were great, but once one or two things started to go our way, not go our way, sorry, and we conceded a goal, the heads went down. We started arguing amongst one another, arguing with the officials, and it just, I think you could see I think the referee gave a few red cards after the game had finished. So yeah, it wasn't great conduct from us, and these are the issues that we're working on, and also just a little bit of organisation. I think on the day we were all told to turn up at past, and I got there at 20 past, and the vast majority of the lads had turned up to at 5:02, which is just and by that time we could see Addiscombe. I stood there, I could see the Addiscombe boys had already all turned up. They'd all been out jogging, whatever, talking amongst one another on the pitch and stuff like that. And some of our lads were still waltzing in at that time. So yeah, these are the issues that we've seen that we're going to fix, and we will fix them this season.
And Ryan, listen, I mean, again, let me just say, and I repeat myself a lot of times, congratulations winning like the 2 domestic cups. However, people will now watch this now, and people will like see the background and see those 2 shiny bits of silver, and now you guys have now got a target. Now, like, people will now up their game. What are you gonna do to keep everyone hungry? Are you looking to recruit? And I'm gonna ask, what areas are you looking to recruit players in?
That's a good question, and I think that probably helped us this season is because we had such a terrible start. We unlike Bosch to be late. Yeah, because we had such a terrible start, I think like people often saw us as, especially the underdog, especially in the first kind of half of the season, and when we kind of started nicking wins, and I think the real kind of show was when we beat Spartans the first game, and people were like, "Whoa, these can actually play." And then we turned up and played Spartans the week after, and we tore them apart. We smashed them, I think 7-2 in the end. And they said to us, "We've never been beaten like that before." And that was that real kind of the hunger that the boys wanted to win and prove themselves, because we've got good footballers in our team and we just didn't have enough of them. And now we've kind of got to a stage where we've got enough of them. That's when you can start building, you can start actually having a squad who are going to play together regularly and get on well. So like to answer your question for next season, like you mentioned, PSG and Spartans are both leaving the league. that obviously puts us as third. That should be us kind of as favourites. But nothing in Sunday League is ever guaranteed, right? You've got injuries, you've got other teams coming into the league, and it just depends if the boys are still going to want to win everything again, right? We're going to have to go into the same cups. We're going to have to try and win the league, and hopefully, like Surrey Cup, we want to make sure we get further in that next year as well. So, yes, I want to recruit. I don't have any particular areas where I feel like I need to recruit, but we have a kind of a culture in the club where boys that are, they obviously have to be good footballers, but they have to get on with us more so as well, because kind of coming back to your point where you were mentioning to Sanderstead Juniors about having a go at refs, and kind of what Mel has mentioned about the team kind of getting on each other's back and stuff. That is not for us. You don't want to be turning up on a Sunday morning to get bollocked by everyone on the pitch and doing the same to the ref as well, because it's just gonna hamper your chances. So we want good footballers, but people that are going to come up to the pub after and have a laugh and take it semi-seriously, but at the same time, more the social aspect of it as well. So, yeah, looking to recruit, we still need probably more numbers than what we've got at the moment, but just good heads rather than kind of just good footballers who are just going to disrupt the camp, basically.
Cool. And Mel, if Bosham have any social media handles, accounts, please give it to the audience.
I don't manage it though, and I don't know the address, unfortunately. But I will get that for the next time we get on with you, Tobrise, and have a chat.
Cool. And Ryan, again, what are your socials?
So both Instagram and Twitter were at Casuals ACFC. Just like to obviously give a few thanks as well. I want to thank Boyden Tiles, who are our sponsor. They sponsored our kit. They sponsored the t-shirts for the final as well, which is amazing for us. I just want to thank obviously people at Croydon Municipal as well for putting on the finals, putting on the league, and your volunteering efforts don't go unnoticed. And especially big up Michelle. She'll probably love me for saying this, but she's obviously departed from the league this year, and she's put so much into it. And she's been great for us as a club and personally as well. So thank you, Michelle, and good luck for your future.
Yeah, amazing. And again, let you know, I just want to say, Bosham, Casuals, Albo, Sanderstead, JFC, PSG, Duplus, like you guys were absolutely amazing. I mean, again, you can have allowed me to kind of go into your changing rooms and actually film really kind of intimate conversations with your players. So again, thank you for allowing me to actually do that. And yeah, hey, I've kind of now, again, you know, I now know teams that I wouldn't have known a few weeks ago. So again, big shout out to everyone that's kind of been on the show today.
Thank you to you as well. Thank you for, like, say, capturing our days. You don't often get to cup finals, and for you to video it and put it up on socials for there forever is great. So thank you for that.
Thank you. And the Boss Jam Casuals match will be out probably this time next week. But again, please watch the Sanderstead PSG game, and then literally that will give you a rough idea in terms of how things are now being put together. So again, Mel, Ryan, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Tobrise. You take care, mate. Thanks a lot, Ryan, as well.
Yeah, cheers, Mel. See you next season.
Take care.
So, guys, this is the end of the show. And again, thank you so much for everyone coming on. For me, I'd say the best game, the best game was probably the Casuals JFC. I mean, it had everything. It had sendings off, Max, just end-to-end action. It had penalties as well. It had everything. So literally I would say Casuals JFC game. And again, JFC, I think they're in the Prem. Not think, they are in the Prem. I know that they will probably have a few words regarding Casuals being favorites. But no, overall it was an amazing experience. And again, big shout out to Jack Osborne, that helped me film the second finals, and is literally putting like everything together now with the two angle setup. But no, overall, again, big shout out to the Croydon League, Michelle. Again, kind of putting her faith and supporting like what I do literally from the start. And happy retirement, happy retirement. But yeah, I think it'd be unfair for me to call out a favorite because I've not seen all of the teams in the Prem, but seeing how Addiscombe Casuals play, I mean, it's you would have to be a really good team to actually beat them. And again, even like when they're not playing well, they just seem to know how to kind of get out the actually kind of get the result. Yeah, big shout out to Jack. Made the videos and like other finals that day that little bit better, 100%. And Tobrise, get your shout. You know what? I think it's somewhere. But of course, I've got to advertise my own brand in there. So yeah. Oh, anyone that kind of wants like a branded shirt, so let's see, this is the official amateur football t-shirts. Please DM me, and I'll kind of give you the details to the branded t-shirts, branded hoodies, etc. But again, it's going to be a very interesting time now in Croydon, and I'm going to be looking forward to everything that kind of happens. So again, guys, thank you so much to Ryan, Nathan, Iris, Emrez, Mel, Russell. Who am I missing out? Don. Again, thank you so much for like coming on and rocking. Hey, casuals, if like you guys have a spare shirt that you guys want to advertise, please just DM me, and I'll kind of send you like my address. So guys, honestly, okay, I got my, okay, all right, okay, see, it's always good to be in a know. It's always really good to be in a know. Honestly, guys, thank you so much. Are you ready for bed? So just to kind of let you like guys know that I've got my daughter here. She hasn't been like feeling well. She like should be in bed, but she's been here watching me, and again hopefully you've kind of learned a little bit as well, right? Yeah. Where is she? Honestly, guys, thank you so much. Please tune in for like next week Friday I have a show, next week Sunday I have a show as well. Topics, discussions as always. Honestly, guys, thank you so much for your support. Please like and subscribe, and like share. Definitely share. Have an amazing Sunday, and I'll speak to you guys real soon.